earlier today when I was eating that corned beef hash.
Yes.
That bread that I was eating was basically born the same time as the atomic bomb.
Probably, yeah.
Boom! Tucson, Arizona, we're coming home to Gus Balon's restaurant, and we are really, really lucky to have this place to come to because they've been around since 1965. Think about how much things have changed since the year 2000, let alone 1965. So if you can be a restaurant that's stuck around for that long, you already know that the food is gonna be hitting, and all of the patrons love everything about this place. So it's time to go inside, have some fun, and of course, get to the eating. All right, guys, so right now, check it out. We're back here in the kitchen with Kelly, third generation owner of Gus Balon's restaurant. So what you gonna make for me right now?
Homemade corned beef and hash with eggs, potatoes, and homemade toast.
All right, so let's get rocking.
Okay, well, first we have our homemade corned beef hash. I brine this in-house. It goes in a solution of sugar, brown sugar, brining mixture, water, and a lot of pickling spices for 10 days.
10 days?
10 days.
Wow.
And then we put it in our oven for at least 10 to 12 hours.
Wow.
Most everything is cooked on our flat top.
Oh, I'm smelling that sweetness that you were telling me that's in that brine right there. So what's up next?
Oh, well, let's make you some eggs.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's grab the hash.
Right now, I'm just looking at this delicious color. You got that ruby red of that hash going on right there. You can see the potatoes that are going on in there, but the nice, beautiful brine brisket that's going on. And then with those, the eggs and the potatoes, I know this is gonna hit. Got myself a nice, nice piece of brisket right there. Oh man.
Good, huh?
First off, so savory, you can tell that meat has absorbed all of those flavors. I can get a little hint of that cinnamon coming off of that. Thank you so much for hooking me up with this.
You're absolutely welcome.
I've been coming to Gus Balon's restaurant for probably over 30 years. They have great food, and I'm always out to eat for lunch Monday through Friday, so it's a great place to come. Come in and try the cinnamon rolls. They're the best in the country.
All right, guys, so right now I am sitting next to, well, you remember Kelly? She just hooked me up with that delicious corned beef hash. Honestly, I housed that thing. I'm already full, but I got another plate of food and a delicious looking cinnamon roll right in front of me. And I'm also joined here by her husband, Will. And I gotta thank you guys so much, first off, for inviting us to beautiful Tucson, Arizona. I didn't know how beautiful it was out here.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming.
Tell me about, how much your customers mean to you in establishing this place for it being here almost 60 years.
Well, there's a lot of customers who have been coming here since before I was born, or even my brother, who's 7 years older, was born. And they're friends. Sometimes we see them outside of here, and the only reason we know them is from here to start with.
Wow.
Which is kind of a cool thing. And without them, and we wouldn't even exist. So
listen, you can get a good meal anywhere, but when you can get a good meal and love the people that are serving it to you, that is what really makes a restaurant as successful as Gus Balon's has been. So let's talk a bit about your grandfather, Gus.
Okay.
And his path to opening up such a legendary restaurant.
Well, my grandfather was one of 9 children. His parents came over from Greece. And being one of 9 children in the 1920s, it was very rare that you probably graduated high school at all. And so he obviously wasn't able to do that. He, I think, made it through the 3rd grade. And he went into the military, and he did a lot of kitchen duty, and that's where he got his start, really, was in the military. He was about to go be shipped over for the war, World War II. Found out that his brother had become a POW, and so he actually never went because of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're talking about major events that are anchoring this restaurant. There's a little bit of a fun fact about Gus as well. Being at a pretty top secret location, am I right?
so they moved out west for my mother's health reasons, and they ended up in Los Alamos, New Mexico during the Manhattan Project.
Wow. Oppenheimer chic out here.
And I honestly don't know how they got the clearance to go in there.
Because it's a secret.
It is a secret. Right? And so he was fortunate enough to work with the chefs that prepared meals for the scientists. And that's actually where he got our bread recipe from.
Wow.
And then after that, they came to Tucson, Arizona.
I love that. So basically the bread that I was eating earlier today when I was eating that corned beef hash, that bread that I was eating was basically born the same time as the atomic bomb.
Probably, yeah.
Boom! Because that's how I felt. That bread was the bomb. And so was everything that I've eaten so far here today.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And you also got Will over here,
I do.
married into this situation. Will, man, what was like marrying into this?
It's definitely a busy place. You know, there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
A lot more than I anticipated. When I was first in here, I was just sitting as a customer out front, you know, and she makes it look easy.
So, like, you guys met actually here, am I correct?
Yes. I used to come in with an older gentleman that I had met here in Tucson, and Kelly was always in the back prepping cinnamon rolls and bread and what have you. She would come out and talk to me, but I don't think she really cared for me at first.
I won't mention too much about that. No, it was judging a book by its cover. He's very good looking, and I thought, gosh, he must just be a jerk. I would never date him. That's what happened, and we went to coffee, and it was 6 hours later. And then I had asked him if he could do some repairs around my house because he was a contractor in Seattle, and he never left my house. That's how it started, and that was 12 years ago.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love hearing stories like that.
Yeah.
So, we've had enough talking. It's time to get to this food right here. Kelly, tell me what I'm looking at right in front of me right now.
You have our chicken fried steak, probably one of the most popular food items on our menu. I cut it by hand, we cube it, and we pound it out in our own flour and spice mixture.
Yeah, that's really tasty. So savory. It's not overly crispy. It's not overly saturated in grease. And the reason for that is because you cook your chicken fried steak differently than a lot of places. You don't deep fry it. You just put it right on the grill.
Yes.
Where'd you come up with that recipe?
Again, this is just one of Gus's recipes, and my mother taught me how to do it, and I think it makes a difference that we prep the meat in-house and it doesn't come in frozen or pre-made.
Yeah, it's really tasty. You know, like I said, I was so intrigued when I saw you actually cooking it, because I was saying to myself, like, I've never seen chicken fried steak prepared that way. And I was really excited to eat it because I knew that it was going to be something that I've never had before. Mm-hmm. But on top of that, I knew that it was going to deliver more on the flavor, because this looks like a steak that's been fried, and it comes off as so authentic. I want to eat more, but I am so full right now. And I still got to try this bad boy right here. Tell me what this guy is.
So this is a cinnamon roll. You guys show the inside.
What am I supposed to do? This is a monster.
Yes.
So excuse me as I just take a big hulking bite out of this, and as I float away into euphoria. Show's over, all right? We're done, guys. Time to go home.
Best cinnamon roll in the country.
So good. This is the people in the back. Meeting the people in the back. Best cinnamon roll in the country. So fulfilling, so delicious. Not overly sweet, doesn't overpower you, but just the right hit of sweet and cinnamon with that delicious bread. That is good stuff.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is amazing. You guys really killed it today. I guess the last thing I had to ask is, a place that's been around for almost 60 years. Mm-hmm. What's the future look like?
Well, I don't know.
Our daughter is definitely more interested in it than our son.
Yeah, we've got 2 children, and if it's something that they would like to do in the future, they're more than welcome to, but not expected. And I don't know what else I would do if I didn't do this. So it's going to be around for a while.
Well, I got to say thank you guys so much for inviting America's Best Restaurants to your awesome establishment.
Thank you.
You know, congratulations on almost 60 years and amazing culture. And, you know, so many people either on Facebook Live or in person have said, hey, I was here when this place got built, or I came here as a kid. And, you know, just there's so much memories locked into this building, so much legacy. This is the type of place that America's Best Restaurants really loves highlighting. So again, thank you so much for having us here.
You're absolutely welcome. Thank you for coming.
I have been here for a couple centuries now, decades at least, a very long time. It's generational. We have been coming, each generation of this family, to experience this wonderful small little gem in central Tucson, Arizona. It's very family oriented and it's home cooking, and that's what we love. I love walking in and everybody knowing my name, knowing what I drink, having the menu items that I like. It's nice to have that feeling that you know you're cared for.
All right, guys, so I am super full right now. I don't know if you can tell, my gut is protruding right now because all the delicious food that I just had in there. The chicken fried steak, one of the most original chicken fried steaks that I've seen, not overly saturated with oil, and it wasn't super crispy, but it was just right, so delectable, so tasty. That cinnamon roll was like half the size of my head, amazing. And then I just went to town on that corned beef hash. But the most important thing about this restaurant is the fact that it's been around since 1965. To stand that kind of test of time knows that you have a loyal customer base and great food. So as always, it was a great time being here in Tucson, Arizona at Gus Balon's, but it's time to keep it pushing. I'm Theo for America's Best Restaurants. Hope to see you.